Nearing the end of our show, but not before we tackle a very important topic and a set change, as you can see. So to help me out, I'd like to bring Lisa London, VP of Marketing for Productivity Products, to the stage. And joining her, please welcome Chris Benson, Chief Scientist on Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning at Honeywell. All right, as you may have guessed, Lisa and Chris are here to talk about the fifth and final theme of our show, AI and machine learning. Well, Chris, AI and machine learning are here, and it's not just a futuristic idea, right? So can you give us your perspective as the chief scientist on this evolution?
Sure. So machine learning, artificial intelligence, they've been predicting that the AI revolution would occur for the last 60 years. And there's a reason it's finally come into being, and that's three key ingredients. The first of which is cloud computing and IoT edge devices, because together they give us essentially unlimited computing power. And then now we have modern algorithms that are actually better at solving specific problems than any human could before, any other computer approach could before. And then finally, we're in the age of big data. And big data is a core ingredient for being able to train a modern AI model. And so when you put those three together, it means that practical AI has finally arrived.
Wow. So before we get too deep, what is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? Just so you can give us some perspective. What does machine learning mean, and how is it different from AI?
Sure. So machine learning consists of algorithms that are able to learn without explicit programming by human beings. But there's a wide variety of machine learning algorithms out there, and they span from traditional data science algorithms all the way up to what's called deep learning. And these days, kind of the gold standard within machine learning would be AI, and AI takes the form of deep learning. So deep learning is the technology that's really powering the AI revolution, and it is the type of AI that is working today for us.
Okay, so how can businesses apply practical AI in the real world today?
So you need to start with an AI strategy, and that means that you need to look for problems that lend themselves to AI, and that usually is surrounding about pattern recognition for really complex relationships in your data. So that really means that you need a data strategy as a prerequisite for your AI strategy. So people often say, well, what do I collect? And what I answer is, you want to collect the data that's relevant to the business problem that you're trying to solve. And if you're not sure what that is today, go ahead and kind of collect everything. I joke, be like the NSA, collect everything. And that way, tomorrow, when you know what problem you're trying to solve, you'll have a body of data to apply to that.
Okay. Now, Chris, I want to wrap up with a very loaded question here. What's the future of AI in the workplace?
So I get asked that a lot. And one of the things that I really believe is that AI will not replace humans in the workplace. Rather, it will supercharge humans in the workplace. So let me give you a scenario. Imagine that you walk on site and you're about to start your job for the day, and the environment uses sensors like machine vision, wearables, and you're able to interact with that environment with natural language processing and speech recognition, and it basically comes alive. And so the human is right at the center of that. Their job is to kind of orchestrate a symphony of automation that is centered around that worker to get the job done and enable them to be more productive than they ever could before. And so when I think about the future, I have a 5-year-old daughter named Athena, and I imagine what might she live in the world when she's my age. Even working in this space, I find it unimaginable. I think it's a pretty amazing time.
Mind-blowing. So you have both given us so much to think about and a lot to look forward to. So thank you, Lisa and Chris.
Thank you very much.
All right.